morning, everyone. Thank you. I wish it was doctor, but that's my wife. My wife is a doctor. My name is Scott Francis, Superintendent with Berkley Schools. We're just glad to have you here today. It's great to see so many strong community partners from some of our businesses, to our councils, to our city officials, and true partners. I also want to point out, this is one of the first times that we've had some of our students join us. So if some of our students can stand and we give them a round of applause. So I'm just wanted to welcome you. There are some restrooms just to the left here if you need restrooms, but I would ask kindly if you could stay in this area because we do have school going on. The bells will be ringing and we're just going to be functioning as normal. And so, but we're happy to have you here. If you would stand with me, we're going to start as tradition holds with saying the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would stand, the flag is over here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Up next, I'm going to give the mic over to Tim Murad, our president of the Berkley Area Chamber of Commerce, to do our second welcome.
Good morning. So welcome to the State of the Union. Or State of the Cities, actually. And thank you for being here with us this morning. I'm Tim Murad, as Scott said. I'm the president of the Berkley Chamber of Commerce. And we're so grateful today to have our sponsors, Vibe Credit Union, Woodward Corner Market, and Corewell Health, and also MSU FCU Credit Union as our sponsors for this event today. So we truly appreciate your support. Part of Vibe's sponsorship this year was to invite Berkley High School students, as Scott mentioned, who show leadership qualities to network with our community leaders. So make sure everybody gets over, says hi to them. I have not done that yet, so I will try to do that before the day is over. If you haven't met them, please chat with them, okay? So we are the Chambers always looking forward to putting on this event, as it's a great opportunity to hear from the people leading growth and development in our area and to learn what's happening, how it'll impact you, and how you can be involved. I know that we at the Chamber have had a busy and successful year. Our community events such as the Berkley Art Bash, the Berkley Street Art Fest, were back this year and in person and on their normal dates too. We've had a very successful launch of our Berk card, which is over here, and Darlene's going to tell you a little bit more about that in her comments. And we also launched this year for the first time a Berkley Kit Home Tour that was very, very well attended and great feedback from. And that event will continue into future years. So looking around the room, I'm pleased to see some of our current and elected officers. And I'm going to ask you to stand when I mention your name. Berkley Mayor Bridget Dean. Mayor Paul from Huntington Woods, Bob Paul from Huntington Woods. Mayor Pro Tem Ross Gavin. I saw him somewhere. There he is. Berkley City Manager Matt Baumgarten. Berkley Council Member Steve Baker. Berkley Council Member Dennis Hennon. See Dennis over there. Berkley Council Member Greg Patterson. There's Greg. Berkley Council Member Mike Dooley. Huntington Woods City Manager Chris Wilson. Commissioner Jeff Jenks. Oh, I did miss. Yeah, Berkley Council Member Jessica Valente too. As you saw, Berkley School Superintendent Scott Francis. Berkley's Deputy Superintendent of Finance, Facilities and Operations, Larry Gallagher. And Berkley Board of Education Trustee, Jason Denow. Did I get your name right, Jason? Good, okay. Thank you all for joining us. Did I miss anyone? Okay, thanks for joining us. Now it's my pleasure to present the Best of Berkley Awards. So we do this every year as a way of recognizing Berkley businesses and citizens for giving back to the community. So the first award is going to go to the Woodward Corner Market, who is receiving the Best of Berkley Business Award. Woodward Corner Market has truly embraced and embodied the embodiment of being involved in a community. It's not a tagline for them, but a sincere commitment. In addition to all their support in the Berkley community, they also support the Royal Oak community. Both the Berkley and Royal Oak Chambers participated in cutting the ribbon at Woodward Corner Market's grand opening. At that event, they donated $5,000 to the Yad Ezra Food Pantry in Berkley. They still support today the Berkley Cares Food Pantry. They became a Berkley Chamber member in 2019, and each year their partnership continues to grow. The strongest partnership is with the Berk Perk discount card, which has flourished with Woodward Corner's deep involvement in the program. So they sell the card for us. It's, you know, they're one of the bigger discounts on it, so it pays for it just in using it there. So they have also sponsored and participated in and helped grow the Art Bash for the past 3 years, the Street Art Fest for the past 3 years, and the Berkley Pride for the last 2 years. The commitment they show to Berkley School District is outstanding. They were a popular location visit for the hometown student art exhibit. They also support the Norup International, Rogers, Pattengale, and Angel Elementary schools. Additionally, Woodward Corner Market works with and sells products with local Berkley vendors, Elwin and Company, Chunk Nibbles, and Red Hot Chilies. And they were real instrumental in the Street Art Fest this year, creating an area for some of those businesses to come and share their products and sell their products. So it was a great event. So congratulations, Woodward Market, on this year's award. I'd like to now I'd like to now introduce Natalie Rubino.
Yes, Rubino.
This is the manager of the market.
Thank you.
And I have to give you this to get a picture. I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'll get this out of your way.
Well, thank you all very much. This is very exciting for us. When Darlene had announced this to us, I couldn't be more excited to tell my team who is here today. I don't have all of my team, or else we wouldn't have enough room. But I do have 5 great team members that are here today. If they could stand and just give them a round of applause. These are the people that make it happen. Thank you so much. And my marketing manager, Ashley DeWicki, I see you're videoing over there, but everybody raise their hand and say hi to Ashley. She does so much on the marketing side for our store. So a little bit about Woodward Corner. We opened 4 years ago. We're about to reach our 4-year anniversary in January. I think about when we started 4 years ago, and I truly had no idea we would be where we are today. And it's because of the amazing people here in this room and my great team that's sitting over there. I started the grocery business 20 years ago. I've certainly had my moments. The grocery industry is an extremely competitive business to be in, and it takes a lot of work to win. But this project, opening Woodward Corner and building this great team, has been far the most exciting part of my career. To see how much my team cares about our customers and community is what makes every day great for me. And for Woodward to be accepting this award today, to me, I feel like it takes 3 things. Engage with your community, have a passion to compete, and win with your team. It takes a team. We literally opened our store 6 weeks prior to the pandemic, so that was a blast. I never thought I would have pallets of bath tissue and cases of water in my floral and produce department. But it was during that time when I would observe my team, despite all the anxieties they had driving into work, the strength and passion that they had to take care of our customers, It was because of them that we built a calm, loyal, fast, and clean shopping experience. And I'm confident to say that still to this day, we have a clean, calm, fast, loyal shopping experience. And I owe it all to them. So Woodward Corner Market stands behind 4 pillars: value, fresh, local, and community. We started out back in 2020 with 2,000 local items, and today we have doubled that. We continue to meet and capture new local vendors and small businesses. One that's here today, Miss Janie from Great Lakes Popeye. She became a Berkley Chamber member. When we say that we're partners, I really mean that we're friends, because we started out and we worked together. And Tim had mentioned Chisano Coffee, Chunk Nibbles, and soon to be Urge Juice, and Elwin and Company. These are all Berkley local small businesses that has started out small but are growing, and some of them are in our Meyer Super Centers. So these are success stories that I'm proud to say that we can do as a team at Woodward Corner Market. And last and most importantly is our connection with our community. Over the last 4 years, we've had a lot of fun. Tim said it. Berkley Fest was a blast. Art Bash, Street Fest, and Berkley Pride was great this year. My team truly enjoys being connected with Berkley. They love the city and the engagement that comes with it. So thank you for that. And I have to thank the Chamber, those that are here today. This is a true and authentic group of people that have passion for a great city, and I see it. So I thank you, and I thank Tim Murad for trusting me to be on the board. I'm proud to be part of it. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have to thank Miss Darlene Rothman. I am so thankful to be partners with you. There is no doubt that it takes networking and engagement to help businesses drive results. And Darlene has been one of our biggest supporters for Woodward. Since 2019, you've been one of our #1 fans, truly, and one of our best shoppers. But the energy and drive that you have for the Chamber is incredible. So thank you for being such an amazing partner today. Thank you to the board. It's been so much fun, and I enjoy working with all of you. All Berkley Chamber members, when I meet you at a coffee chat or a luncheon, it's so awesome to talk about the return and what it takes to be invested into being a Chamber member. There's so much that comes with it. And then last, and then I'll hand it over to you, Tim, is my great team. My 55 team members under my span of care that come to work every day to serve the community. I am so lucky for you and for us to all be part of that. So I look forward to the rest of this year. We got the holiday season coming up. Let's have some fun selling Berk Perk. Come and join us during the holiday. Our Berk Perk cards are ready for you. And looking forward to more in 2024 and beyond. Thank you so much.
They are a great market. They're a great partner with the city of Berkley. A number of years ago, we used to have a grocery store right in downtown Berkley, and a lot of people were upset when that left. We really don't have the space in Berkley for something like that, but Woodward Corner has surely filled that for us. Okay, on to our next award. It goes to Business Person of the Year, which this year we are recognizing a person who is near and dear to the Chamber. Roseanne Nicolai, our recipient of the Best of Berkley Award. Roseanne has long deserved recognition for her tireless efforts to promote Berkley. As a resident and business owner here, she has been active in building and branding our city as the perfect place to spend time with friends, shop, grab a bite to eat, or raise a family. She'll talk up the advantages to opening a business here over neighboring areas to anyone who will listen. And if you're going to put something together, an event, a business plan, a fundraiser, she'll be among the first to help offer guidance. With many of her connections and depth of knowledge, I'd recommend you take her up on any advice she gives you. Roseanne's passion for the city, the schools, the business community here caused her to start an event benefiting the Berkley Education Foundation. This Girls' Night Out event has been now converted to a DDA-sponsored event. These events are fun for attendees while highlighting what our retailers have to offer. While working with the Berkley DDA, she built relationships with nearly every business owner in the district and expanded events like the holiday parade to add hometown holiday parade with loads of fun extras like games for children, a special trolley with stops to grab treats or hot cocoa, gifts from our merchants, along with characters and carolers to delight shoppers all day before the parade. While some may see this as part of the role, Roseanne's passion to always showcase Berkley as the place to be has been a large driving force in expanding events in the city, never letting them remain status quo. From 2012 through early 2023, Roseanne served as the events manager for the Berkley Area Chamber. While with us, she streamlined many of our processes, fully overhauled our website, increased our visibility within the community beyond just the businesses, allowing us to showcase our members and all the good they've been doing. She would spend hours after every event figuring out what we could do better, or what we could do to make it even better the following year. For example, with street festivals like the Art Bash, was it more food trucks, extra bathrooms, more children's activities, better signage, volunteers? She was quick to figure it out and update plans to provide everyone a seamless and seemingly effortless event. Currently, she is on the Berkley Education Foundation's Off to the Races Committee, assisting with this long-standing fundraiser for the foundation. Roseanne always gives her time to the high school as a marketing advisory board member for the marketing classes and DECA. She has been on the Oakland Irish Fest committee for over 3 years, starting with its inception. In the past, Roseanne has served a decade for PTA positions and been the treasurer for the Berkley High School hockey team. She was a den leader for Cub Scout packs from 2004 to 2016 for all 3 of her boys, and 2 of them are here tonight with her. She also was a room parent while they were in elementary school. Roseanne continues to own her Berkley business, Nikolai Events and Communications. She and her husband John raised their 3 boys here and continue to support the Berkley area. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating our 2023 Best of Berkley Award person of the year, Roseanne Nikolai.
Wow, some of that happened a really long time ago. You can tell I've lived here for 26 years. First of all, I do want to congratulate Woodward Corner Market. My husband and I love your store. That is our grocery store of choice, and I do appreciate how much you give back to the community. So I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised when Darlene informed me that the chamber picked me for a Best of Berkley Award. Like I said, having called this city my home for the past 26 years, anyone who knows me knows I love this community. I am continually inspired by the unwavering passion of dedicated business owners, city officials, school staff, and the residents, even if our viewpoints sometimes differ. This shared passion to make and to transform our community into an exceptional place to live, learn, work, play, to me, it's truly remarkable. So I'm grateful to be recognized for my work in a community that I hold very dear to my heart. Of course, I cannot express this gratitude without acknowledging my incredible support system, many who are here with me today. First, foremost, I must thank my husband, John, who for almost nearly 30 years of marriage has been my biggest cheerleader, biggest supporter, and basically will volunteer for any project I do, and I do a lot of them. I just have to ask. And then, of course, I have to extend appreciation to my 3 sons, 2 of them who are here today. We talked about those art fairs and festivals. They were the ones that I was dragging up early morning and late evening afternoon to volunteer for those positions for setup and tear down, and really lending the muscle that I obviously don't have. So thank you. And then last but not least, I have to thank Jane. Jane has been working alongside my business for over 15 years, supporting me in the success and the level of the success that I choose for what I want it to be. So thank you, Jane, geez, oh Pete. And, and I have to say, she shares as much of the passion that I do for wanting Berkley and the small businesses to succeed. So receiving this award is truly an honor, and I'm truly grateful. Thank you.
No, there it is. We didn't realize how valuable Roseanne was until she left her position with the chamber. So this is well deserved. So congratulations to the Best of Berkley honorees. Before we start our State of the Cities portion, as we do every year, we like to acknowledge our past Best of Berkley recipients. There are a couple who are here today. Please stand to be recognized if you're one of them. I don't know if anybody is here. Oh, there we go. Matt Church, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. 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 And now our first address comes from our Executive Director of the Chamber, Darlene Rothman.
Thank you. I wonder if this works. No. I'll hold it. Can you hear me? Okay. As I'm listening to Natalie and Roseanne's speeches, you're going to hear a lot of similar things coming out of me because we all think alike. And hopefully, Roseanne, you got to capture see some of the pictures that I was able to find from years past, and it's like, this is the good and bad part of having pictures. So thank you, everyone, for joining us on the Berkley Area Chamber's 23rd Annual State of the Cities event. I'd like to sincerely thank our sponsors, Vibe Credit Union, Woodward Corner Market, Corewell Health, and MSU Federal Credit Union on being sponsors for this event. You are all important partners in this community. I want to thank Berkley Schools for hosting this event here. We appreciate being partners with almost any opportunity we can with the schools. Lori Suarez and Jessica Salger were instrumental in arranging today's details. And thank you to Caitlin Flora, who is the new Director of Communications for the City of Berkley, who also assisted in setting up details for today. And we also been partnering with CMNtv, who videotapes this. They've been doing that for years, and they've been a great partner in setting everything up too. And congratulations to Woodward Corner Market for being chosen the 2024 Business of the Year. As soon as you open your doors, you were an incredible partner to so many. The Berkley Area Chamber was honored to be part of your very special ribbon cutting. My connection with Natalie Rubino was immediate, and we have formulated incredible opportunities. The Perk discount cards have been a huge success at Woodward Corner Market due to Natalie and her team's commitment to enhancing the customer experience at her store. And one of the people I know that's here in conversations there has sold about 85% of the Perk cards. So thank you for all your dedication. And I can't tell you how many people have told me that they've become loyal customers after being introduced to the store through the Perk card program. To strengthen that connection with the Chamber, Natalie serves on our board and is very active in many aspects. As soon as she heard we were adding a food component to the Berkley Street Art Fest, She enlightened many of her local vendors to participate in what we call the Culinary Arts Corridor. This was a welcome addition. They also have a booth at Art Bash. One thing that I know about Natalie is that she has the best interests of Woodward Corner Market's success at all times, which means running a successful and growing store, treating her staff great, and giving customers the best shopping experience possible. She doesn't take on any task unless she can do it well and with full commitment. We're thrilled and honored to work with this incredible team and having them as a key sponsor of this event. They didn't know that they were being honored when they offered to be a sponsor. Congratulations to Roseanne for being honored as a Business Person of the Year. It's truly been my pleasure and honor to work with Roseanne for over 10 years with the Berkley Area Chamber. She helped create so many aspects of the Chamber that have enhanced us. We started together as a team, both working from home, and we made it work. What I learned quickly was how intelligent and insightful Roseanne was to world topics, community insight, and great work practices. She is truly one of the most intelligent people I know. When it was time to change and grow the chamber, Roseanne was wonderful in researching the best and the most efficient processes and options. Roseanne created successful processes to run the events smoothly and made it look much easier than it actually was. Additionally, her family has been incredibly helpful and supportive with her time commitments. They've always helped set up, tear down, and schlep equipment. John, Alex, and Zach, and I know Ian helped too, but he's not here. I thank you all for your help. As mentioned by Tim, Roseanne has been involved in many ways to the community. She has etched herself into so many positive aspects in Berkley. We are both sad that our positions with the Chamber are a labor of love, and Roseanne has gone above and beyond what her title and income reflected. You will become a friend on top of a colleague. I truly miss working with you and such a talented and professional person. You have now moved further in your career and have more personal time to enjoy, and you've truly earned it. So, thank you. So 2023 was a year of change for the Chamber. Once Roseanne moved on, Brett and Tara Hayes took on the marketing responsibility much more, and Brett's standing up and Tara's right near him. And the bullhorn here was their concept. And if you haven't signed up yet, there are cards to complete. There's some on the table, and it's a way to know what's going on in the community. And it involves chamber things, but other things in the community. So let's give them a hand for all that they are doing. Hard to take pictures when people are clapping for you, but Roseanne knows that. Katie Kucher and Chris Gross temporarily took on the events and operations responsibility right before Art Bash. They did an amazing job, especially in the heat of our biggest events. Both events grew this year thanks to their hard work. They both couldn't be here today, but know that they are truly dedicated to the positive direction that is going on in Berkley and developing it. In addition to purchasing more Berkley properties, they have been very instrumental in bringing wonderful new businesses to the community. I want to thank our chamber board and staff who continue to think outside the box and help create new and exciting concepts. Two new key innovations this year were the Berk Perk discount cards and the Berkley Bullhorn. We developed the Berk Perk cards to support and develop loyalty with our local businesses, in addition to helping people save money. A high majority of the cards are sold and used at the Woodward Corner Market. We encourage everyone to use these cards. There's over 25 participating businesses in the community. The 2024 cards are now available. You can, in addition to the market, you can purchase them at Berkley City Hall and Berkley Public Library. For those wanting to support the Berkley School District, the cards can be sold through our chamber website, and the cards will be mailed to the purchaser. $15 of every card that's sold goes to the Berkley Education Foundation, which we highly recommend doing that. A few PTA groups are also selling them, and they benefit in the same way. We have them for sale here today. If anyone wants to purchase them, like I mentioned, we have a lot of areas you can buy them. And so the new ones will go to the end of 2024. So you get a little extra time if you don't already have your 2023 one. And we encourage you to purchase them for yourself, holiday gifts, grandparents' gifts, teacher gifts, friends, neighbors. Who doesn't want to save money where we can? This year we launched the Bullhorn, and that's a way to amplify chamber businesses. Our goal is enlightening more and more people about the wonderful businesses in the Berkley area. Encourage them by shopping, dining, and using their professional services. We introduce the businesses and highlight the stories behind the stories. We hope to endear more people to the uniqueness of our local businesses. The Bullhorn also highlights community events by other local organizations such as the DDA, Parks and Rec, and both cities, and we want to highlight all the hidden gems in our communities. Art Bash was bigger and better than ever. We partner with April McCrum, and the event attracts more and more people each year. This signature event for Berkley helps kick off the summer, and it's wonderfully talented artists and vendors. Each year, we hear that it's the best day for most of our permanent businesses, too. The Berkley Street Art Fest is organized by a team of business owners who strive to create a great event. We had everything in place for a successful event and more media attention than ever. The one thing we couldn't control, for the first time since I've been with the chamber, was the rain. Hopefully, that never happens again. The talented chalk artists persisted through the rain, and their artwork exceeded past years' creations. The Berkley Huntington Woods City Guide magazine is about to hit the porches of everyone in Berkley and Huntington Woods. Some may even receive theirs today. Ferndale Friends has been an incredible partner with us on this project as they're the publisher and more. There were many aspects highlighted this year. The new cannabis businesses that are here are a feature story, in addition to the many businesses on 11 Mile, both on the Berkley and the Oak Park, and not really on the Huntington Woods side. I guess for City Hall, that would be the only one that's on 11 Mile. The magazine cover this year is Davidson's permanent artwork that is actually on the exterior of Balance Health and Wellness. It's been there for a few years, so that's going to be the cover this year of the magazine. And David has been a feature artist for Berkley Street Art Fest since the beginning. And Huntington Woods resident Daniel Cascardo, again, was a featured artist at the Berkley Street Art Fest, doing his interactive artwork. That final piece will be hung in Berkley City Hall in November. Last year's piece is hanging in the Berkley Public Library. Susan Rogel, owner of Vitrine, has been instrumental in developing the Shop for Good portion of that event, and Natalie Rubino was instrumental in creating the culinary arts corridor at that event. And this event grows each in different ways every year. Our first year of the Kid Home Tours was fantastic, and that a lot was led by Tim, and they are already planning next year's event. The attendance far exceeded expectations, and the homes that participated were wonderful. These homes are another unique aspect of Berkeley's history, and we partnered with the Historic Museum to develop everything that went into that. It was a concept inception between Tim and Kim in the conversation in 2019. Then things obviously changed. We couldn't do anything at that point, and as soon as we could, we jumped into it, and it just was a huge success this year. And we had a perfect day for it, too. The third annual restaurant weekend was successful and helped kick off Berkley Month. Hats off to all that the DDA is doing in October. It's pretty incredible. Mike McGinnis has been developed such a positive vibe in downtown Berkeley, and it shows by all the additional interest people have in the city. So thank you for all your hard work and dedication. The Chamber is also happy to help support the Berkeley Holiday Lights Parade, Merry Month, and the County Oakland Irish Fest, which has always been a tongue twister. So I want to thank you all for being here, for continuing to make our communities welcoming. This year we invited Vibe as part of their sponsorship students, so hopefully you've been able to interact, and after the speeches you can interact with some of the students so they have a feel for what it is to be involved with the community. And we invite one person from each of the tables to take home the centerpiece. The Chamber is just proud to work with everyone in this room and enhancing the Berkeley area. So thank you.
Thank you, Darlene. All of us on the Chamber Board truly appreciate your enthusiasm, leadership, and hard work. And now we'll hear from Superintendent for the Berkeley School District, Scott Francis.
Good morning again. Thank you, Berkeley Area Chamber of Commerce for organizing today, making today happen, bringing together a great group of people who help make our community a better place. Also, thank you to Lori Suarez and Jessica Stilger as well to help organize and pull things together for today. It's truly a privilege to be the superintendent of the Berkeley School District. It's also a joy to be a parent and resident in the community. I think it really makes a difference for us to work collaboratively and have a strong understanding of the needs, and I feel like we do that very well. I'm here to share the state of the schools is very strong, but before I get into that, I'd like to say congratulations and thank you to the Berkeley Area Chamber of Commerce, the City of Berkeley, and the City of Huntington Woods, and the constant partnerships and collaborations and communication. I really appreciate the open door and policy and communications that we have. Also want to say now congratulations to the business of the year with the Woodward Corner Market. Your partnership and the thousands of dollars over the years that you have helped support our schools and our PTAs and our BEF make a difference, not just to the whole, but to the individuals too as well. And it truly has an impact on our students. I also recognize and say thank you to Roseanne Nicolai. Your support over the years has been tremendous, helping with Off to the Races and the PTAs and the hours and hours of dedicated service, really with the goal of helping our kids, our schools, our community. So congratulations to both of you. On to the state of the schools. I feel so blessed and fortunate to have a very strong leadership team, not only here at the back of the table here, they're sitting there, that I'll introduce further on, but also with our school board and our building leaders, as you see a picture of us working there with another great community partner with Mr. Torgo and the Huntington Bank, who has opened up his space to allow us to work there too as well. All with the end goal is to support our students, not to just get to this point of graduation, but beyond, in supporting our students, preparing our students for life. As I said, our state of our schools are very strong, and it starts here. This is our mission. I believe it's one of the most noble professions there is, to help our youth, our students, our kids become better not just for themselves, but for our community. And it starts with student engagement. We purposely chose that word, engagement, because to me, that's where it starts. And really what's behind that word is relationships, which is a true core value of who we are with Berkley Schools and the community as well. We're fortunate to have recent accomplishments and awards for best schools being recognized across the board for many reasons, academic reasons, and also for best community of music education. That's been a long-standing award that we've received and we're very proud of as well. We also have an honor school board. That is an award that's designated to them because of their commitment and the many hours that they put in, not just in the boardroom and preparing for the board meetings, but beyond, taking classes. All 7 board members attend a conference in November together, and that's purposeful, not just for the learning, but for the collaboration and the relationship building as well. And I'm fortunate to have a strong school board that's united, cohesive, and with the goal of helping our students succeed. Our vision, this is a new vision for us that's been revamped over the last year and a half or so, and is very purposeful and intentional with the language that we're using, starting off with inclusive culture. We believe it starts with having and paying attention to a culture built on relationships and built on inclusivity. One of my own learning over the last couple of years is not just about the all, it's about the each and every. Each and every really signifies and highlights the importance of every single student, to inspire them, to empower them, to lead them, to help them fulfill their potential, not just for them, which is incredibly crucial, but also for our community. That word community was chosen on purpose by many stakeholders because it's really about what makes us unique as a community as a whole. When we start to break down our new strategic plan, there are different goal areas. Teaching and learning around thinking and learning is a key goal area. That's why we exist. So that's led by our wonderful directors of teaching and learning, Megan Ashkanani, and Director Heather Lackey as well, who oversee the teaching and learning in our student services or to support our students with IEPs. We're fortunate, again, to continue the high success academically, to achieve higher than the county average in every category, and in many of those categories in the top 25%, which is saying something considering we still receive the state minimum as far as financial foundational allowance. So it's quite staggering, quite important that our staff pull that off because of our families and our commitment to their higher learning. We also provide 26 AP classes. And so just last year, we were able to accomplish, our kids were able to accomplish 74% of our students took an AP class by the time they graduated. The national average is nearly half of that. 74% of our students take at least one AP class. Recently, our BHS choir were invited to sing at Carnegie Hall in the spring. That is an invitation. That's not something that just anybody gets to attend or participate in, and we're incredibly proud of them as well. And an important initiative for us, too, is really supporting the social-emotional needs of our students, not just with curriculum, but supports. We have added and invested in more social-emotional mental health support staff over the last couple of years to support our students and those needs. Finance and facilities is another goal area for us, led under leadership of Deputy Superintendent Larry Gallagher, who has served in the district for 28 years and will be retiring at the end of December. So I just wanted to note that and say thank you to Larry Gallagher, if you can give him a round of applause. Under his leadership and humility, he will always share the strengths of his department, which are incredibly strong, is that we are in one of the best financial standings we have been in a very long time. Our fund balance is very strong and stable. We are incredibly grateful for the support of the community with the passing of the bond. Our mantra and belief and hope was that our award-winning programs would be able to match our facilities. And with the support of the community, 69% of their support voted to approve $88 million worth of investments that will spread and impact every student in every building in some way. And we are grateful for the support and excited about the future of Berkley schools. The project timeline is about a 3.5-year timeline because it takes time. These are big projects. But the future, I'm incredibly grateful and excited about the future. I also want to give a shout out to our custodial team. They are still an in-house team that we employ them. They are not a third-party team. And they truly own our buildings and cover almost 700,000 square feet, soon to be more as we build some more additions. Grateful for them. We're also grateful for our staff, and led by our Assistant Superintendent, Chris Sandoval, who oversees the day-to-day with our principals and our staff, with a true focus on staff culture, going back to our vision of what's important to us and where it starts. We survey our staff frequently. We visit our staff frequently. Our administrative team is in buildings purposely every week to connect, build relationships, and honestly ask, how's it going? How can we support you? We also provide vaccine clinics to support our staff in many other ways through professional learning to address the concerns or needs of the staff that come through in the surveys or through those discussions as we visit our buildings each week. Our Berkley Education Foundation, led by our Director of Communications, Jessica Stilger, is also very strong. And what's great about the Berkley Education Foundation is another representation of the great community support. Several of you have served on those committees and helped support the Berkley Education Foundation that just recently raised nearly $100,000 to support things like having students visit a college campus, having students visit a technical campus, providing grants, innovation grants for our teachers to try new things and be creative in the classroom, and the list goes on and on. We're also having a fundraiser on March 16th. Many of you have attended in the past, the Off to the Races, so we'll continue to do that. But new this year, if you haven't heard, and actually next week Friday, so if you have nothing to do next week Friday night, we'll be hosting a fundraiser at X Golf. And we only have 2 openings left for a team of 4. So if you and some golfing friends want to join us, reach out to me or Jessica Stilger, or if you pay attention to our Berkley Beat that goes out weekly. Only 2 spots for 2 teams left, but there are plenty of spots left. If you are not as much of a golfer, like myself, you can go as an attendee and participate and join the fun that night. That's next week, Friday. We're also grateful for the strong parent support, our PTAs, our Berkley African American Parent Network, our athletic boosters, our performing arts. It's a true community effort, true support from our parents. We are so fortunate. This week, parent-teacher conferences are happening across the middle schools and high schools. Strong attendance across the board. We'll have elementary conferences in a couple of weeks where we get 98 to 99% attendance from our families. Again, just another example of a wonderful, supportive community, all with the same purpose of helping our students grow. We're grateful for the strong partnerships here. On the left is a picture of the new art space that was a true partnership under Mike McGinnis's leadership with the DDA and the city's leadership too as well, and the school district coming together to create a space for our community. We had the privilege of having an alumni come back and do the sculpture there, Austin Brantley, and is now becoming a renowned sculptor, and we're really incredibly proud of him. But another example of a student being impacted by the community and giving back to the community as well. And as a matter of fact, today, if you need lunch plans, we have a Food Truck Friday. We're piloting this out. We tried it a couple of weeks ago. Again, today at noon, a Food Truck Friday. House of Mac serves mac and cheese starting at noon. If you're interested, we'll be at the art space there. Students are let out at 12:40 for lunch, so if you like the calmer vibe, 12 to 12:40, if you want to mix it up and have some conversations with students, they'll be there about 12:45 or so just a heads up. We're also fortunate to have strong relationships with our city partners who are also parents and residents as well, who come back and give to our community, and I thank you to our good partnership with the city and Matt Baumgartner as the city manager, giving back to the community as well. Finally, again, I'll end here. But it doesn't end here for our students. This is the goal for K-12, but really our goal is to support and prepare our students for life and further to give back to their community. And again, I'm grateful to be here as a superintendent, and I'm proud of the work our staff, and I'm just speechless to say thank you, but I do want to say thank you to the community support to make this happen and to make this happen here today. So with that, I will hand the mic over.
Thank you, Superintendent Francis. A strong school district is so important to our community, and as Darlene has said many times, our school district is an anchor in this community, and we truly appreciate all the hard work of the staff. And now please welcome Huntington Woods Mayor Bob Paul to give us an update on the state of the city of Huntington Woods.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim and Darlene, and thanks to the Berkley Area Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event again this year. My congratulations as well to the award winners, Roseanne Nicolai and the Woodward Corner Market. Good job. Truthfully, the last year has been pretty quiet in Huntington Woods. Our city manager, Chris Wilson, with almost 2 years on the job now, has everything running like clockwork. We continue to enjoy a great working relationship with the Berkley School District and our bordering neighbors of Berkley, Oak Park, Pleasant Ridge, and Royal Oak, as well as the Detroit Zoo. Despite being a quiet year, my notes on what to talk about are longer than any of my previous years. The residents, staff, and elected officials have long been proud of the community and brag about what a great place it is to live. But it's always nice to hear confirmation from outsiders that we're on the right track. In the last year, we were awarded Best Place to Live in Michigan by Home Snacks, Safest Place to Live in Michigan by Elite Personal Finance, the number 2 Best Place to Raise a Family in Michigan by Niche.com, the number 2 safest city in Michigan by AreaVibes.com, and the 4th best place to live in Michigan by Niche.com. Community participation at events in the city throughout the year continues to be strong. Highlighting some of those events, we held our second annual Juneteenth event on June 19th. The City Commission declared the day a citywide holiday, and led by the Anti-Racism Advisory Committee and City Manager Chris Wilson, the event was a huge success. Everyone in attendance enjoyed the program, music, and the food trucks. Our Tuesday night concert series, which ran from mid-June through July, was once again well organized by our Parks and Rec department, and our citizens loved the musical lineup and the food trucks once again. The library celebrated residents' right to read by creating displays of banned and challenged books and hosting the Freedom to Read Festival. And always a family favorite, this year's heyday included putting out a pretend fire along with the usual men's club and women's league apple cider and donuts, socializing with the Department of Public Safety, and close-up exploration of the trucks and equipment. We had a special opportunity on July 28th to dedicate the historical marker placed at Rackham Golf Course, honoring the 100th anniversary of the course being built, as well as the longtime club pro, Ben Davis. I'd like to give you a little history about Rackham. 100 years ago, Horace and Mary Rackham bought 150 acres of land located north of 10 Mile and west of Woodward, in what is today Huntington Woods. Going back a little further, in 1903, Horace Rackham was an attorney, and he was asked by his neighbor, Henry Ford, to draft the incorporation papers for his fledgling automobile company. Ford also persuaded him to invest $5,000 in his new company. That initial investment of 100 shares proved to be a life changer for the Rackhams. A few years later, Horace closed his private practice, became corporate counsel for the Ford Motor Company, and the Rackhams began their new philanthropic career. Amongst their many donations in the greater Detroit region, they donated 22 of those 150 acres to the Detroit Zoo and used the remaining land to develop Rackham Golf Course. Horace didn't take up the game of golf until he was in his mid-50s, while recuperating from poor health in Pinehurst, North Carolina. There he met Alex Ross, a professional golfer who gave Rackhams their first golf lessons. A couple of years later, in 1916, Rackham persuaded Alex Ross to become the summer pro at Detroit Golf Club, where he was serving as president. It was that friendship that would bring Alex's brother, the famous golf course designer Donald Ross, to Michigan to design and oversee the building of Rackham Golf Course. Rackham hired architect Niels Chester Sorensen to design the arts and crafts style clubhouse with a sweeping veranda and asymmetric facades. The precision of construction, strong materials, and attention to details, including decorative Pewabic tile and handcrafted luminaires, led to the Detroit News saying, my time up? The Detroit News saying that the clubhouse was one of the most pretentious structures of the kind in the district. Although the course was finished in 1923, Mr. Rackham didn't allow play until the turf could withstand the wear and tear of public play. It was opened on May 19, 1925. John C. Lodge, then a Detroit city councilman and later mayor, heralded as the most magnificent gift the city had ever received. The Detroit Times said it is regarded by experts as the finest public links in the United States, if not the world. Green fees to play were $1 for 18 holes and 50 cents for twilight. The Rackhams donated it to the city of Detroit for the express purpose of allowing all persons to play, black and white, rich and poor, male and female. This was an act of kindness unfathomable in the time. To understand the importance of Rackham, one must understand what life was like for an African-American golfer for most of the last century. It was donated with the understanding that it was open to all people, regardless of race and gender. This was at a time when blacks were not only barred from golf courses, they were prohibited from buying houses in white neighborhoods and were forced to use separate sections of restaurants, theaters, public restrooms, buses, and other facilities. Rackham Golf Course and the Detroit Zoo were also pivotal in the development of the city of Huntington Woods, and its importance cannot be underplayed. Our city literally grew up around the active and popular golf course. Lots were sold to prospective residents by realtors who touted the uniqueness of Huntington Woods, with both a new zoological park and a state-of-the-art municipal golf course. The city developed with high-quality housing at a premium price that prospective purchasers were willing to pay for these amenities, and that continues to this day. Rackham Golf Course also hosted the USGA Public Links Championship, both in 1940 and 1961. Ben Davis joined the team at Rackham Golf Course in 1936 as an assistant golf pro, although at the time he was only allowed to instruct African Americans. In 1948, he was allowed to start teaching white students as well, and in 1968, Ben Davis assumed the duties of head pro, becoming the first African American head professional at a public golf course in the country. Well-known civic leaders, judges, athletes, and musicians sought lessons and golf advice from Ben Davis. Hall of Fame Detroit Lions cornerback Lem Barney was a regular at the course, as well as Bob Lanier and Dave Bing of the Detroit Pistons. Mayor Coleman Young and other local politicians also played at Rackham and took lessons from Ben. From the pounding fists of Joe Louis to the sweet sounds of Motown, Ben Davis taught them all over his 60-plus year career at Rackham. Joe Louis, the heavyweight boxing champion, and a star pupil of Ben's, held his Joe Louis Open, a USGA tournament for black golfers, at Rackham starting in 1941, an idea conceived in part by Ben Davis. We were pleased to present the marker at the unveiling, an event that was organized and emceed by City Commissioner Jules Olsman, who we missed to introduce at the beginning, so I'll point out Jules. We also had present at the event Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, U.S. Representative Haley Stevens, Representative Regina Weiss, County Executive Dave Coulter, County Commissioner Charlie Cavell, County Treasurer Robert Wittenberg, Oak Park Mayor Marianne McClellan, and many others to help us with the dedication. During 2023, Huntington Woods continued our aggressive investment in infrastructure. During the year, we completed over 1 mile of road repair and rehabilitation at a cost of $1.76 million, in conjunction with another $1.2 million in water main and sewer line repairs and replacements. We also recently received a $100,000 grant from the state of Michigan thanks to Senator McMorrow and Representative Wife, to install a new traffic light at City Hall on 11 Mile Road, not only to calm traffic, but to create a safe pedestrian crosswalk. Our staff is growing at City Hall. I'd like to welcome Renee Bullion, our new Deputy Treasurer, Francisco Ferrara, our Deputy Planning Official, and Sarah Wagner, our Chief Community Engagement Officer, as well as Deputy Clerk. By the way, thanks to Francisco and Sarah for putting together the PowerPoint presentation that's on the screen behind me, allowing Huntington Woods to finally join the City of Berkley and Berkley School District with visual to go along with my remarks. The biggest change to city administration for 2023 will be the retirement of Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Jenks in about 2.5 weeks. After 24 years of service to our community, he will definitely be missed by the City Commission. Jeff started his civic involvement at an early age. Following a speech from President John F. Kennedy, he joined the Peace Corps and served in the Philippines from 1962 to 64. His career with the state of Michigan focused on civil rights, and he carried that passion through to his role on the City Commission, with his dedication to our Human Rights Ordinance and formation of the Anti-Racism Advisory Board. Jeff was also instrumental in the formation of our historic district and the later expansion to include Rackham Golf Course. Over his career, he's been an outspoken proponent for senior programs and services. Jeff also served the larger reason, including serving as chair of SEMCOG, the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments, and president of the Michigan Municipal League, where I think he visited every member city and village throughout the state during his term. His wisdom and experience will be missed, but I'm sure Jeff will keep an eye on us and let us know if we step out of line. In closing, I'd like to remind everyone to vote on Tuesday, November 7th. We have a proud record in Huntington Woods of having one of the highest voter turnouts in the state, and we want to maintain that distinction. As I said in the beginning of my remarks, it's been a pretty quiet year in Huntington Woods, and we're going to finish the year with a quiet election. We have 2 candidates running for 2 seats on the City Commission. Michelle Elder is running for re-election, along with Jessica Jacobs Steinhardt for Jeff's open seat. The mayor's election is also on the ballot, and I'm running unopposed, so I think I can win that race. I'm honored to represent the great city of Huntington Woods and proud to proclaim on behalf of our staff, residents, and the City Commission that the state of our community continues to be excellent. Thank you.
Wow, a lot going on there in Huntington Woods, and I love the history about the Rackham Golf Course too. Thank you, Mayor Paul, for the update. We appreciate the support of the city and its residents who support so many of our local businesses. Next, please welcome Berkley Mayor Bridget Dean.
Thank you. I kind of have a book up here, so I hope everybody's comfortable. Do you have to refresh your beverage, perhaps? Welcome to the 2023 State of the Cities. This time last year, I had been mayor for, 30 seconds or so, and so council looked a little different as well. before the appointment of Mike Dooley and Greg Patterson. I'd like to congratulate my fellow members of City Council, our neighbors, the City of Huntington Woods, and our wonderful Berkley schools for a year well spent on activities and initiatives that improve residents' lives. I'd also like to congratulate Berkley Area Business of the Year, Woodward Corner Market, and Berkley Area Person of the Year, Roseanne Nicolai. From the bottom of my heart, so well deserved, and I was thrilled when I saw your name. Thank you to the Berkley Area Chamber of Commerce and this year's State of the City sponsors, Vibe Credit Union, Woodward Corner Market, Corewell Health, and MSU Federal Credit Union. As you may know, Berkley celebrated our community's 100th birthday this year with special activities driven by our Berkley Historical Museum. Presentations and programs on a variety of topics surrounding the history of Berkley were offered for all ages this year. Residents still have the opportunity to order a custom display plaque from the museum to commemorate 100 years of Berkley and the unique history of their own homes. The Historical Museum and Berkley Area Chamber of Commerce hosted a Berkley Kit Homes walking tour, and I know that was mentioned earlier this morning, but it bears repeating. This happened in September, and participants got a first-hand look at a unique part of Berkley's history when residents of homes that were originally purchased as kits from the Sears catalog generously opened their doors. Perhaps most exciting of all, the building that houses the Berkley Historical Museum, Berkley's former village, station, and fire hall, was added to the Michigan Register of Historical Buildings. And I encourage you to stop by the front of the building to see the official State of Michigan historical marker that was unveiled earlier this month as part of the continuing celebrations. You may also take a look at the time capsule that was buried within the museum to be opened in 2123. Make sure you take some time to enjoy the story of Berkley, preserved so well by the dedicated and tireless volunteers of the Berkley Historical Committee for 100 years and counting. Our Public Safety Department remains committed to trust, continuous improvement, and the safety of our community. Please join me in a second in a round of applause for their recent accreditation by the Michigan Association of Chiefs of Police, making them the 62nd law enforcement agency in the entire state of Michigan to receive this honor. Well done, Chief Kane and your team. We're so very proud of you. This accreditation holds law enforcement agencies to clearly defined organizational expectations and a defined code of ethics, which is a bonus for our department that already holds itself to high standards. The certificate of accreditation will be officially presented to the department at the November 20th Berkley City Council meeting. A school resource officer position, just wanted to see that picture because the slide got updated. Thank you, Caitlin. It was created in partnership with the Berkley School District, and Sergeant Dave Arney bridges the gap between the Public Safety Department and the school community by building partnerships through educational programming and involvement and assisting with public safety and security matters. The department has stayed very active in our community, partnering with My Prevention this year to provide approximately 100 free smoke alarms to households in need as part of a state-funded program, and running a successful K-9 program that helps keep our community and surrounding areas safe from threats. I'd like to congratulate Officer Anderson for his selection as 2023 American Legion and Royal Oak Optimist Club Public Safety Officer of the Year. As I mentioned a few moments ago, the department holds themselves to a high standard and asks all public safety officers to be licensed police officers, certified firefighters, and medical first responders. It's a tall order. The department currently has a couple open opportunities for motivated individuals and continuously evaluates its recruiting strategy to ensure that the best possible talent is hired. Berkley's clerk's office rose to the challenges that come with operating in the highly scrutinized world of elections, securely and successfully administering 3 elections since we last met. a gubernatorial election in November 2022, and special elections in May and August. During the August special election, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson honored Berkley with a visit to thank our election workers, City Clerk Victoria Mitchell, and Deputy Chief Rachel Patterson for their dedication and professionalism. And I just want to point out here that we are so fortunate to have Victoria and Rachel in our clerk's office, Victoria as the city clerk and Rachel her deputy clerk. They are known in this county, especially Victoria, for setting the bar on running safe, successful elections. So we're very pleased to have you and your talent in the city of Berkley. Proposal 2 passed during the November election, giving voters the right to vote in person at an early voting site for the 9 days before the election. Proposal 2 also implemented a permanent absentee ballot list, which includes nearly 3,000 Berkley voters. The clerk's office has been hard at work in partnership with Oakland County and the city of Huntington Woods, Oak Park, and Pleasant Ridge to establish an early voting center at the Oak Park Community Center, which will open tomorrow, October 28th, for the upcoming November election. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind Berkley residents to let their voice be heard on November 7th by voting in our general election. And I want to also remind you to keep an eye out for information regarding the upcoming 2024 presidential election. The library. I love you, Matt Church. The Berkley Public Library continues to be an invaluable community resource, providing library card holders with a wealth of knowledge and opportunities to participate in fun programs. Now new this year was the establishment of a vinyl record collection, which means you can borrow your favorite record and portable turntable and listen to it. The library's popular Wi-Fi hotspot lending program continued this year with great feedback from the community. The library also distributed thousands of free COVID tests and protective face masks. I'd like to take a moment to recognize and congratulate longtime Library Secretary Karen Endress on her retirement this year after 44 years of service to the city. Is Karen here? Oh, okay. Anyway, thanks, Karen. The library had a record year that included checking out more than 200,000 items. As we head into 2024, the library will take the opportunity to invest time and resources into core offerings, focusing on maintaining the standard of excellence that they have provided to our community since 1928. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, our library, I am so proud that not only do you offer books and audio and video, but you are a place of activation and community in our city. And I am so very grateful to you, Matt, and your staff for all the programming and thoughtfulness that you put into what you do every day. I feel like I just revealed my favorite child, sorry. But you're all my favorites. I love you all. Berkley's Community Development Department has been busy implementing the community's vision for our city. Over the past year, the department successfully completed and implemented downtown design guidelines to ensure high-quality developments and redevelopments in our downtown. The downtown master plan was also implemented based on community input, and process updates and improvements for area businesses were completed. Multiple studies and reviews were completed to improve city operations and departmental offerings. In partnership with the DDA and contracted support, a citywide parking study helped to determine where changes can be made. An internal parking committee has started meeting to implement the recommendations accepted by City Council and the DDA. The department also completed fee-by-fee reviews and comparative analyses to implement adjusted rates and increase their efficiency and response time to the community. Well done. The zoning ordinance rewrite process has begun with the assistance of the Zoning Ordinance Steering Committee, consulting support of Carlisle Wortman Associates, and funding support for half of the cost in the form of a grant from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. The modernized zoning ordinance will support the community's vision from the recently adopted master plan and is expected to be finalized in late 2024 with 4 public engagement opportunities scheduled for January. The department is also working to update the existing sign ordinance and to transition permitting and inspection scheduling services to a convenient online platform. Thank you for that and pushing forward for that. I do want to emphasize that these are community-driven things as well. I want to make sure that not only the people in this room, but whoever chooses to listen to this at some other time understands that we do value community input and we are creating opportunities for that. So you've all been warned. Berkeley's Parks and Recreation Department continues to plan and host programs that our community loves. Our annual Winterfest and Berkeley Cruise Fest events both saw increased attendance and activities. Recreation special events, outdoor movies, and concerts in the park continued at no cost to the public through the generous sponsorship of community groups. Senior programming, trips, and outings continued to sell out in record numbers. Oxford Park splash pad and restrooms were open for the 3rd successful summer, and nearly 400 children participated in summer day camp across the season. Inclusivity and accessibility are priorities across all 6 of our parks, and I was delighted to be included in the ribbon cutting event for Berkeley's newly installed inclusive playground in September, partially funded through crowdfunding and a matching grant from the MEDC. And if you're scratching your head trying to locate Bacon Park, think J.C. Park. Council unanimously agreed to rename J.C. Park Bacon Park, its original name. Guess what street it's on? So good. I encourage you to stop by Bacon Park to see the new playground, a truly exceptional community resource, not just for Berkeley, but for all of our visitors. Looking ahead, the Parks and Recreation Department continues to research and apply for alternate funding sources for projects. And Teresa, I know you and your team work so hard on all of that. It truly was amazing to see what was an idea and a thought turn into a reality. So thank you. Our Department of Public Works staff works rain or shine to help keep Berkeley beautiful and safe, completing a number of large projects this year that contribute to the overall safety and aesthetics of our community. And a lot of their work is done while we're sleeping, just so you know. They're another one of those 24/7 departments. Work was completed on the Coolidge Pathway from 12 Mile to Webster Road, replacing an aging, narrow asphalt path that was in poor condition for pedestrian use. Wiltshire Road is now safer for public use as well, following necessary reconstruction. Our beautiful tree-lined streets that Berkeley is well known for are maintained by Public Works, with a record of 250 trees planted this year as part of our fall tree planting program, combating the loss of our aging silver maple trees. Service methods and staff levels may look a little different this year with changes to leaf and yard waste pickup, but the Public Works Department remains committed to providing the best possible level of service to our community. The City of Berkeley's Finance Department is functioning more efficiently thanks to personnel changes since the beginning of 2023. I like to say it's a living example of addition by subtraction. In April, payroll and scheduling services were moved entirely digital, freeing up hours of time that the department used to spend collecting and filing handwritten timesheets from city employees. Thanks to our software provider, BSNA, the City of Berkeley's interim finance director, Lori Fielder, and our city's chief innovation officer, Stan Lissica, for making this a smooth transition. In early July, a state of Michigan mandated project to update the City of Berkeley's chart of accounts to the uniform chart of accounts was completed after 10 years of coordination with the state. That's perseverance. The search for the City of Berkeley's next finance director continues with strategic recruitment support of a search firm. The first review of applications is scheduled for November 3rd, 2023. Additionally, all city departments are entering the upcoming year with new plans and strategies to evaluate and execute cost-saving actions. Larry Gallagher, do you hear me speaking directly to you? just marinate on it. Just thinking about it a little bit. The staff in our city manager's office oversee functions that touch every aspect of our city. This year, they work to secure state and federal funding for updated HVAC systems in city facilities and received funding for Berkeley's municipal pension system through the state's Protecting My Pension grant program. They also supported initiatives and programming for many citizen-led boards and commissions, including a successful slow roll bike tour put on by our tree board to showcase the natural beauty in Berkeley. 3 EV chargers were installed for public use at the library and Oxford Park. And an LED conversion project was completed for all city buildings, baseball fields, and courts. The City of Berkeley received a second Gold Seal of Achievement for environmental leadership as part of the Michigan Green Communities Challenge, making this the second year in a row that the city has been recognized for environmentally focused actions in multiple categories. Yeah, we're going to clap for that. A new city website will be launched soon, making it even easier to access a multitude of resources right at your fingertips. Although the Downtown Development Authority is not technically a direct department of our city, downtown Berkeley would not be the vibrant, dynamic place that it is without the vision of their staff and volunteers. They welcomed many new businesses to the downtown community this year, including Hazano Coffee Roasters, Coffee and Bark, Pete Away, and Aquatots, and supported local vendors by launching a weekly farmers market that ran from June to October. And I believe this past Thursday was the final market for this year. I feel like every time I take a walk around town, a beautiful new mural seems to appear. Our Art Space Community Plaza, featuring work from Berkeley High School students and alumni, was completed through partnership between the DDA, our city, and the Berkeley School District. I'd like to congratulate DDA Executive Director Mike McGinnis, and I know he was here, but he had to leave, on his selection as an Oakland County 40 Under 40 honoree this year. And I'm proud to announce that our downtown district was reaccredited as a national Main Street community and an Oakland County select level downtown. Berkeley Pride, presented by the DDA, returned this summer for its second year with added activities and increased participation. And of course, there's no bones about it, the third downtown Berkeley season has been an absolute success, with hundreds more skeletons lining our streets and spooky fun for everyone. I feel like that was a line put in there for Dan Turbrack. Anyway, the season culminates tomorrow with free trick-or-treating at downtown businesses and a Monster Mash block party on Coolidge. Some exciting things to look forward to in downtown Berkeley are the creation of an outdoor social district on 12 Mile, the completion and grand opening of Bombshell Treat Bar, and safety and aesthetic improvements throughout both Coolidge and 12 Mile. In closing, I thank you all for your time today. As our city manager put it so well to me the other day, the state of our city is tough, smart, and resilient, and I couldn't agree more. I'm so proud of the passion and dedication to Berkeley that our city council, staff, excuse me, and volunteers show through their action every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor Dean. We truly appreciate all the support and dedication of the city to help us grow a vibrant business community, and the encouragement you give to residents to support local and all the residents of Berkeley who do support our local business community. So this concludes our State of the Cities and Best of Berkeley Awards breakfast. One person, again, as Darlene mentioned, it from each table. Don't fight over it. We don't need to call the public safety in. Please take one of the plant from the table. On behalf of the entire Chamber of Commerce, thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day.